She's gonna tell you about how I just was almost played, and I was done dirty, and underground, under the mall, in a surveillance room, watching my car. Let's tell them the tea.
So, Shodak gets there, right, at like 10:30, and then she gets the ticket. But you have to pay for the ticket. It's like 5 pesos. It's like 50 cents. But like, you have to pay for the ticket before you go out. But Shauna didn't know that. So when she was trying to go out, the security guy was like, you have to pay. And she was like, okay, I'll go pay. Oh, I don't know. Did he tell you that you have to pay?
Yeah, he pointed.
Oh,
and
okay.
he told me in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish.
But then he took away her ticket. And he never gave it back. So Shauna was confused, but she rolled with it because she didn't know what was going on. So I get there like an hour later because I was busy, but then I came. and I was like, okay, I'll just like pay for my ticket and then we can leave and then we'll tell the security guard what's going on. Assuming that it was a different guy, but no, it was the same guy. And the guy was like, no, your friend did not pay for her ticket, so she needs to pay for her ticket. I'm like, how? She doesn't have a ticket, like you have it. And he's like, no, she hasn't. And we're like, no, you have it. So then his supervisor comes in and he's like, okay, well, we're gonna call security to check the cameras or whatever and verify. I'm like, oh my goodness, at this point, can we just like get another ticket? And they're like, no, because like you can't leave. Like they were just making up excuses, you know? And
they were trying to keep me there.
And then the security guy was like, I saw your friend come in at like 8 in the morning. I was like, she was in freaking LA at 8 in the morning.
So let me tell y'all what I did. I started pulling out receipts. Like, look at the timestamps on these receipts. You gonna play me and say I've been here all day? No, I didn't. I just got here. So I'm like, I don't have anything other than these receipts that say I got gas in San Diego, in Irvine, and in California. Continue.
They weren't. So that guy was like, because he couldn't lie anymore, right?
Yeah,
so,
he was lying. He was lying in Spanish and thinking, oh, well, she's not going to know. Of course I didn't. I was like, I'll just pay you all your pesos. Let me go. Continue.
So then the supervisor comes in and he's calling the security guys to check like the cameras. And they tell me like, no, the cameras, it might, like, oh, the food is here. Hold on, time out.
The food is here. Hold on, time out. I'll talk to you guys in the midst of this. So, we had to go under the mall to sit there and look at surveillance videos, and it was like that guy versus me. Who knew that I would first 2 hours in Mexico, and the guy's trying to play me. He took my ticket. Like, you're gonna take my ticket, and then they were like, you're not leaving. What you mean I'm not leaving? Huh? Like, I'll give you the money. Let me go. He's like, you're not leaving. You can't pay. You're not leaving. And I'm like, I can't pay because you took the ticket. Like, it wasn't brain surgery, you know? It wasn't like, oh, I can't pay because I don't have the money. It's, you took the ticket, and then they wouldn't let me get a new one. So they were like, an all-day pass was like 200 pesos minimum, which is like $20. And then I'm like, Elisa, but I'll just pay it. Like, I will just pay the pesos. Like, I'll just pay it. No big deal. Mind you, this is my first time coming to Mexico by myself. I drove here. At this rate, I'm like, let me pay. This guy's sitting here lying on me in a language I don't even speak. And then the security guy, he had to walk us around the mall to get to a place where we could get what do we have to get? Where we could get money back. So I had to get so Elisa got pesos to pay for the thing. And because they were all getting caught in their lies, guess what? We won the case. So instead of me having to pay 300 pesos or something crazy to get out, we paid 20 pesos, which is $1. And the guy kept looking at me like, oh, get behind me, Satan. You have no place here. Do you understand that? Like, you have no place here. And I didn't realize I was getting paid. And I was like, let's just go. And Elisa was like, no, my sister's calling the cops. Like, we're getting the cops involved. And I'm like, really? I just got here. What do you mean we get the cops involved? I don't want to get the cops involved. I just want to get out. Like, that's it. That was my main focus. That was my main concern, was just getting out, being safe. First of all, I'm not from here. Second of all, I don't speak the language. Third of all, now we're under the mall. We're under the mall, going through surveillance cameras.
That was super scary. I really thought he was gonna do something. I don't know.
Exactly. Did you hear what she just said? Wait until she's done paying this. She's gonna tell you the story too. Like it was very scary being under that mall. And then the guys kept walking down and they were like looking at us and we're the only two girls down there. And it's us and all these computers and the guy and I'm like, Jesus, just protect us. Like at this rate, like who expected this to be like this? Yeah, just have your way, please. Let this play out in our favor because this is crazy. This was insanity. So it was super sketchy down there, like super sketchy. And I was just like, okay, okay,
Okay.
okay. Elizabeth's back for the rest of the story after she puts the food down. And here she comes.
So, where did I stop? I forgot. Oh, yeah. So they're like, the cameras like make it seem like the guy gave her the ticket back, and I'm like, how do you know you're not lying to me? Because this guy was lying to me earlier. He's like, we're not lying to you. Like, we saw it on the cams, and I was like, so can I go see the cameras? And he's like, no, like I'm telling you. I was like, I don't believe you. Can I go see the footage? And he was like, okay, you can go to the office or whatever. So we get to the office, and this is like the short story of the, the short version of the story. But like, we get to the office now. By now, we called my sister, and she called the cops. And then Shauna was scared because my sister called the cops.
My nerves, I was like,
Oh my God.
continue.
And then, so we get to the office and the guy's like, you can't watch the security cameras because it's recording and if I log out, I was like, then how did you check earlier? And he's like, because I got authorization. I was like, well, ask for another permission because I need to see it and they told me that I would see it. And he was like, okay, give me a second. So he calls and he's like, I can't show you. And I was like, why can't you show me? Like, you showed them earlier. And I was like, check the footage. And he was like he couldn't, make up anything.
And let me just add, the footage of me driving in disappeared, was nowhere to be found. So the only footage was the footage of me driving out and then backing back up to go back into the mall. But of me driving into the mall, it just magically disappeared. Continue.
So then, my sister was on the phone the whole time, and she was like, can I talk to the guy? And I was like, sure. And he's like, and she said something like, we get that you're trying to help, but I don't think it's necessary for you to like show the footage. I don't think they can just pay the money and leave. Like just let them go. He's like, no, I can't do that. Blah blah blah. Like they would not let us go. That's why we call the cops because they would escort us out, right? And then, so the supervisor comes in the room and the security guy comes in the room from the one that took Shauna's ticket or whatever. And at that point, I got so scared because this guy had the meanest look on his face. He was like.
Yeah.
I don't,
See?
it was super weird. It was super weird. And I was like freaking out. I was like, oh. I hold on his hands because I was like, oh.
And let me tell you, I was about to start crying. And as soon as this man walked in the room, my whole spirit flipped. I was like, you get behind me, Satan. You have no place here. It was crazy. He looked mean. It was Satan reincarnated. Go ahead.
And then, this, the guy from the security cameras was calling his boss, which was a woman, and he was like, boss, this is happening, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, can I talk to your boss? And he was like, no. And I was like, please, can you talk to your boss? So then I talked to his boss, and then they just charged us $1 and we left. Ta-da!
Welcome to Mexico.